questions that you may have.
Mr. Doherty, thank you. We certainly appreciate the work that your agents and you all do in this cause, and they have dangerous work and it's important work, and we do appreciate what they do. I do want to start with you, however, with a simple question that this committee has been asking the DEA for months. Which companies supplied the pharmacy in Kermit, West Virginia that received 9 million opioid pills in 2 years, and the pharmacy in Oceana, West Virginia that received 600 times as many oxycodone pills as another pharmacy just 8 blocks away between 2005 and 2016? Can you give us the names of those companies?
Thank you for that question, Chairman. Currently, we are reviewing the request from the committee, and I do not have that data with me today. I apologize.
So we've asked for this information in a meeting. We've asked for this information in an email. We've asked this information in a letter. And we've asked this information now in a hearing. If you needed to get this information for enforcement action, I suspect and hope you'd get it very quickly, right? Within hours or days? The bipartisan letter this committee sent to your agency earlier this month asked the DEA to produce data and documents answering this question and others that we ask by this Friday. Is the DEA going to give us this information and documents that we've requested by Friday?
Sir, thank you for the follow-up. To your point, sir, the DEA, we realize the importance of all the requests from the committee, and we treat them as such in light of the opioid epidemic. With respect to the questions for the record, we did turn those over last night, sir.
The questions from April, I think, right?
Yes, sir. And in terms of a May 8th letter, we have been providing the answers on a rolling basis as to not delay an overall lengthy response. Those have been provided to the committee on a rolling basis, and we continue to work on the few outstanding questions. And to your point, sir, the most recent letter, we are in receipt of that, and we are preparing a response.
So I hope you can appreciate our frustration on this side. We've been trying to get to the bottom of this pill dumping issue. Can we please silence our phones? We've been trying to get to the pill dumping issue in West Virginia for a very long time. To me, this is a pretty basic question. Who are the suppliers? Just yesterday, we finally received answers to the questions, as you mentioned, that we asked for back in April. We still don't have all the answers to the bipartisan letter we sent in May. Some of the responses the DEA provided, frankly, are not adequate. For example, in the May letter, we asked the DEA to produce documents about delayed or blocked enforcement actions. Do you know how many documents your agency has produced? The answer is 0. The agency responded, and this is a direct quote, DEA is unaware of documents related to delayed or blocked enforcement actions and suspension orders, close quote. We obtained from another source a whole bunch of documents that look pretty responsive to our request. And yet from the agency, we're told you're unaware of documents related to delayed or blocked enforcement actions and suspension orders. This is a problem. Enough is enough. Will you, on behalf of the DEA, commit today to producing the documents and information we've requested and soon? Or do I simply need to issue a subpoena because we are done waiting?
Sir, we appreciate your concern, and absolutely we are treating it with the utmost importance as it should be treated. There is no reason for the extended delay of the questions for the record, which is now in the possession of the committee. We will make every effort to expedite every request that is outstanding to the committee.
Let me just, for members' awareness on both sides of the aisle, the committee received yesterday a set of documents from an anonymous source. Bipartisan committee staff are now reviewing these documents. Mr. Doherty, I have one more question before I move on. Have you or anyone at the DEA that you're aware of received any instructions or directives to erase emails or otherwise destroy documents on this matter or any others?
No, sir, I am not aware of that, or nor have I been involved in any conversation relative to that matter.
Okay. Dr. McCants-Katz, let me move to you. Given SAMHSA's central role in much of the federal government's efforts to combat the opioid epidemic, it is imperative that you and your staffs have all the tools necessary to perform these duties. Are there currently any obstacles or barriers hindering you and your staff's ability to respond effectively to this crisis? And if so, what can Congress do to help?
Thank you, Chairman Walden. We have, we're very grateful actually for the legislation that has recently been passed by Congress in the 21st Century Cures Act and in CARA that adds to the armamentarium that SAMHSA had available to it to work with states and communities on issues related to mental disorders and substance use disorders. And so at this point, we are in the process of implementing the laws and are looking to have feedback to then determine whether we need more than what we have. We have, as you know, through the Cures Act, made $500 million each of 2 years available to the states. We are working with the states to develop their plans for evidence-based interventions and treatments in their communities, and we are following up with them to determine outcomes. We collect data as required by law, and as we get that data, we will be looking at it to determine if more is needed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman.
For what purpose, the gentlelady from Colorado?
I have a unanimous consent request.
Proceed with your request.
Mr. Chairman,
Serving the right.
I ask unanimous consent